My first experience with ping was around 3 or 4. My grandfather, he introduced me to the game, started me in the game. He had a whole garage full of clubs. I remember specifically the Ping I2s.
My first ever ping club was the Gold Answer putter. I was 13 years old at the time, and it was actually my coach's.
I've been playing ping since end of 1987, 33 years now. I've been 32 years on the tour, 33 years with ping.
My ping story started a long time ago, probably when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I remember I was on the range with my dad hitting balls.
He had a few sets of those, and a few of them he never used. He just kind of kept them up in the closet.
I don't come from a golfing family, so I used to have all these borrowed clubs from everyone, including this really old putter that actually broke. So I remember going to practice that day, and I was crying because I was about to leave to play the Spanish tournament, and I didn't have a putter.
My first club ping was a Ping My Day putter that my brother Juan gave to me in the mid-80s.
And I hit a shot, and the club head flew off into the range. And I kind of stopped, and I looked at my dad, and I didn't know if I was in trouble or what just happened. And he just started laughing, and luckily it was not a ping club. But he realized quickly that it was time to invest in a higher quality set of clubs. So he did a bunch of research and found out that Ping made a junior set of clubs.
I remember one day he was saying he was going to give those to me, and 10 years later, that was when I had my first set of ping clubs. I believe they were the S55s, and since then I've been a part of the ping family.
He actually was super sweet. He knew how much I liked his putter because when we used to have competitions around the putting green, I used to always tell him I really wanted it, and he gave it to me on the spot. So I took it to the tournament. I actually won the tournament, so as you can imagine, I have super good memories with it.
They weren't just a junior set that was cut down, they were a junior set that the heads were actually much lighter and they were made for kids.
I love everything about them. I love their brand, I love their clubs, and I'm going to continue to play them for a very, very long time.
But the history I have with that club is that every time I had to go to practice, I had to pick up obviously my balls. And then I use in the back part of the putter. It's very nice because this movement on the back side of the putter is allow me to pick up very easily from the ground. And that is the story I have with my Ping My Day.
And so that was my first set of pings, probably when I was about 9, and I've been using pings for the better part of almost 30 years now.
I used it for probably 6-7 years, almost all through college, and I still have it with me. It's in my bedroom at home in Spain, and it's definitely a sweet memory.